So we get asked this a lot. Why did we start this? Why another community for women?
Right. And the honest answer is we didn't set out to build a community. We are just two type A women who were told we needed balance.
And we got a little tired about it. So this whole thing started with a text message about calendars.
And also a very cold plunge in Las Vegas.
The coldest plunge, for sure.
So if you've ever felt like you don't fit into the typical female entrepreneur spaces, you've been told you are too intense or you need to slow down and find balance, this story is for you. So earlier this year, we were flying to Vegas. We were celebrating Tony's birthday weekend with my husband because they overlap by a couple days. And of course, we were both working in air. And so we're texting back and forth between each other.
Because that's what we do.
Flight to flight, on our way to a vacation, we're texting each other about business stuff. So I texted her and I said, "Are you using your big ass calendar again this year?"
And I had to admit that I wasn't going to because I actually didn't use it that last year. And I was like, convince me otherwise. Which, for context, we are both the kind of women who live and die by our goal setting systems. But like a lot of type A women, when we get excited about the plan, then life happens. We'd both have been in this cycle before, right? Start strong, lose momentum, and feel like we're failing at something that we're actually pretty good at.
Yeah. So we both, as my husband would say, if it's worth investing, it's worth over-investing. So we both bought the calendars. I bought one for every member of my family, and we set about setting all of our goals. But there was that underlying, like, are we going to do it differently this time? Because life, right?
So here's what happens. We get to Vegas and we book a spa day. But somehow this spa day turned into Liz suggesting a cold plunge. First time for the both of us. And let me tell you, we were absolutely not prepared.
Not just not prepared, we were miserable.
Absolutely.
We got in that first time and we were out in like 30 seconds.
Maybe 30 seconds?
Maybe. It was not long. But then we went to the spa. We got in the sauna. We warmed up.
And we got back in. And this time, once we got past that initial shock, we actually started talking. And I had said something that I'd been thinking about for a while, and it was, I need more friends like you, Liz. Friends who are friends, but also push me professionally to accomplish more goals.
So that really hit me because how many women do you know who can talk business strategy at brunch and also call you out when you're making excuses? And we've been in mastermind groups together, multiple through the years. And I actually launched my Amazon business in a mastermind group that we were in together because of the accountability and the strategy and all the things that we talked about in that group. From there, I started my seller business, made a lot of progress, and then eventually ended up working logistics for you for a conference.
Yeah, full circle.
Full circle.
But here's what we really realized in that cold plunge is that most women's business groups are either all strategy and no soul or all support and no accountability. We needed both. We needed a space where we could be ambitious and still human. Because here's the truth. That whole work-life balance thing, it doesn't work for people like us. We've spent our careers in male-dominated industries navigating male-dominated spaces. We know how to be strategic. We definitely know how to get things done. But we're constantly told that we need to slow down or find balance or make more time for self-care. What does that even mean?
I found a lot of freedom recently, like digging into the fact that like I was giving myself like a lot of grief. Like, man, I really could use some hobbies. And then I realized like building side businesses is my actual hobby.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Sometimes building those things is your balance. Sometimes things like that actually energize you. And it might look like work to others, but it's actually great for you. Like I took a solo trip to Europe this year. That was my big ass calendar goal that I'm actually following. 3 countries completely solo. People asked if I was taking a break from work.
But you weren't taking a break from anything. You were stepping into something that mattered to you.
Exactly. And balance for type A women isn't always about doing less. It's about doing what aligns.
So from that conversation, we started talking about what a mastermind for women like us would actually look like. And it evolved from that and wanting to start a mastermind into something much bigger, into a community for the type A female founder who are really done pretending that they need to be softer to be successful or fit in with a community.
We developed our goal-setting framework, the 90-day system that actually works with how our brains operate. We created the app to track it, and we identified 3 types of high-achieving women and why traditional productivity advice often fails them.
So the overplanner, the avoider, the hustler. And if you want to know which one you are, we have a quick quiz for you. We'll link it below.
But more than anything, we built a space that we couldn't find ourselves, where we don't have to explain why we care so much about these things or why we work so hard, why our brains don't turn off at night, because everybody in this room already gets it. So if you're tired of being told that you're too much,
and if you're done with business advice that feels like it's really for someone else,
or if you want a community that celebrates your intensity instead of trying to get you to tone it down,
we're launching the Type A Circle as a beta community. Founding members get in at a deeply discounted price and only a certain number.
And here's the thing, this is not another networking group. It's not a mastermind where you talk about your feelings for an hour.
It's weekly office hours and real accountability and a space where you can be brilliant and driven and still belong.
Because the best version of you isn't the balanced version.
It's the aligned version.
Link in the description. We would love to see you there.
I'm really excited about everybody who's going to join us. I feel like everybody who steps into this, it's just like, we found you.
Yes.
You're our people.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Your people are here.
We found you. You found us.